This little corgi screams in the air. The servant will take the carpet and throw it over the water. Even if the owner plays with him, he doesn't have to fetch anything himself. The dog on the side looks jealous. When it rains, there's someone to hold an umbrella for him. They even clean up after him when he poops in the house. Why is corgi so bossy? Because it's owned by the queen. She picks him up herself every night. Other dogs can only watch. The queen plays with corgi when she can. When they see him, they try to get him to play with her. He lies on the table, but he's ignored. And so it goes. Corgi grew up in the queen's company. At the bar mitzvah, he was called a royal first-class dog, and admired by all the people. On this day, the queen took him to meet the foreign president, Mr. Thane. Turner chose a husband for his favorite pet, Mitzi. Mitzi's makeup is a real treat. And then, Turn puts his pet down, and let her take her pick. If nothing else, it's going to be a surprise. She ended up with Rex. She jumped right into his arms. Rex couldn't stand it. At the end of the night, Turn put Mitzi next to Rex. He put on some romantic music. Then the queen and Turn left the room. Rex begged Mitzi to leave him alone, but Mitzi forced her into the boudoir. Rex couldn't die. Rex struggles to get out of the room. They come under the table and chase each other. Suddenly, Rex was kicked off the table, and he bites Turn, who's in the middle of eating. The wary Turn was furious. He immediately drove away from the party. The queen scolded Rex severely. Rex was devastated by the scolding. He thought he would never be favored by the queen again. Lost in his kennel, Charlie saw the scene. He pretended to comfort Rex, but his real aim was to send Rex away, so he could become the royal first dog. He sent Rex to the Pope. Rex was very happy to hear that. He told Charlie to keep his voice down. Charlie led him past the guards, to the grassy knoll. Charlie took Rex's collar off, and hid it. They escaped from the royal family. Across a dangerous road, they came to a park. Suddenly 3 geese appeared and chased them, scared the hell out of Rex, and ran away. They came to a bridge. Rex looked at the dangerous world in front of him, and regretted his arrogance and capriciousness. He wanted to go back to the palace, but just then, suddenly Charlie takes a few steps back. Next thing you know, that's it. Rex hit the ice hard, and the ice starts to break up. Charlie on the bridge is not worried. He found a rock, and he hits it right next to Rex. The rich Rex sank to the bottom of the lake. Charlie returned only when the water was quiet. But what Charlie didn't know was, Rex was too lucky to die. He surfaced, trying desperately to climb up the ice. But because his legs were too short, he couldn't make it to the surface. Luckily for him, a man saved Rex. He didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. The man took Rex to a shelter. Rex told the others, "I'm the #1 dog in the royal family." His roommates laughed at him. Rex was desperate, and he was left to grieve alone. At night, the dogs compete in a nightly dogfight. Rex watched with wide eyes, and he's very confused. He's never seen the outside world before. Before the contest begins, a stunning Wanda dancing. It's a beautiful sight, with her hair blowing in the wind. Then she danced and sang. Rex's eyes fell out of his head, because Rex had never seen such a beautiful dog, and it lit a fire in his heart. Wanda was on stage, performing her best, and he was drooling with his eyes wide open. That's when the boss saw him. He stopped the dance immediately. The next day at dinner, Rex ran into Wanda. He came up to Wanda with a rose in his mouth. He made a handsome 360-degree turn and stopped in his tracks, and without saying a word, he confessed his love for Wanda. But Wanda wasn't having any of it. The other dogs are all staring in disbelief. Wanda is the one that John, the dog boss, is after. And sure enough, John has already arrived behind Rex. Rex doesn't even know it yet. Still talking about taking Wanda back to the palace. John was furious. He grabbed Rex and bit him. Luckily, Wanda stopped him in time. Rex was able to escape. Suddenly, the feeder slipped and fell. The cup broke all over the floor. She saw that Rex was a fragment of the first royal dog. Wanda saw it and realized Rex was telling the truth. So she called out to him. She said she fell in love with him at first sight. And then Rex got upset again. He even danced with him. John saw it again. He pushed Rex to the ground with his strong body. With his bare hands he pressed him against the wall. In a moment of crisis, the caretaker walked in. And once again, he was able to escape. John was out to get back at Rex. He set him up in a dogfight at night. He's ready for the battle ahead. He's building up his strength in the washing machine. But within a few steps, Corky can't keep up with the spin. He falls to the ground in a heap. Then came the strength training. But he grew up in the palace. He couldn't possibly carry this load. And then his dog friends taught him kung fu. When it comes to balancing, Corky couldn't hold on for more than 3 seconds. Next, waist strength. Rex tried his best, but he couldn't pull. In the end, he bounced himself back. The last step is to practice boxing. He threw a punch. He was bouncing on the ground. Rex, who had never suffered before, he didn't do any of the next exercises. Soon enough, the fight between Rex and John began. John's muscles are all over the place. He's the boss of the dogfighting ring. Rex was too scared to speak. Before the fight, on the advice of his friends, Rex climbed up the pole as fast as he could. After John laughed at Rex, he went after him in a flash. Soon after, John threw Rex down. John grabbed Rex by the neck. He was about about to throw him into the fireplace. Luckily, Wanda appeared just in time, quickly switched off the switch and the stove, and that saved Rex's life, and drew the feeder in. John had to let go of Rex. He went back to his cage. The next day, Rex was adopted by dog lovers, but Wanda wasn't so lucky. Rex thought Wanda was in danger. He breaks free and heads back to the shelter. Meanwhile, John was looking for trouble with Wanda. Rex suddenly pushes his way in. He and the other dogs rallied together and defeated John, who was doing everything he could. After leaving the shelter, Rex took his beloved dogs back to the palace, but to Rex's surprise, the goalie didn't recognize Rex anymore. He just kicked them out. Rex overlooked the newspaper. He was already dead. Charlie was chosen as the first royal dog, just when Rex didn't know what to do. Rex didn't know what to do. They split up. One team drew the attention of the gatekeeper, and Rex took the opportunity to sneak into the palace. He went straight to Charlie and asked him why he was setting himself up. Charlie didn't answer him. He buried Wanda and Rex in the rubble. For safety's sake, Charlie set the debris on fire to kill them. But in the end, Rex was fine. After he rescued Wanda, he found that the door wouldn't open. The fire was getting closer and closer. Rex used a balloon to go up the chimney. To save Wanda, Wanda calls out to the others. They rushed into the fire. Together, they fought the fire as fast as they could, and successfully rescued Rex. In order for the queen to see Rex, Wanda came to the queen despite the danger, grabbed the gold necklace from the dog, and ran away. The queen was right behind him. That's it. The queen finally saw Rex, who had disappeared. She took him into her arms and hugged him tightly. Rex introduced his mate to the queen, and from then on, the dogs no longer had to roam. Rex was able to live a life of peace and security, and Charlie was sent to America by the queen, and became the husband of Mickey.